All right, if you're a new manager of people, listen up. I got a question for you. Why were you hired to be a people manager? Why were you promoted? Was it because you're really good at managing people? No, it's because you were really good at your old job. You were really good at doing, and so your company thought they'd ought to give you a shot at managing. But that is not a skill set that you've practiced before. So as a result of that, you and a lot of other people managers have a big learning curve because they've never done this before. It requires a different skill set. So I think there are 3 primary mistakes that you're gonna make and that pretty much all new managers make. And I wanna talk about them and how to address them, how to avoid them. Why do I know that you're probably going to make these mistakes? You're looking at the guinea pig, people. All right, the first mistake you're likely going to make is not letting go of your old job. And you're not going to let go of your old job because that is what has got you to this point in your career. That is what has made you successful. But that is not what is going to make you successful now. Now you need to figure out how to magnify your impact through other people. While before you were 100% a doer, now you got to think through a different ratio. Only you can decide what that is depending on how many people you're managing now. But you got to figure out what is the ratio between doing still and spending time coaching, managing, mentoring. Now, there are going to be many times when you think to yourself, this would be just so much easier if I just did it myself. And if you say that to yourself, first of all, you're probably right. But if you continue to think that way, you're never ever going to be able to magnify your impact through other people. You're always going to be limited to what you can do. The second thing you're probably going to screw up, is you're not going to be clear enough with your employees when you're giving assignments. All right, and I actually have a list here of things that I think really help drive clarity with people when you are giving them an assignment. Okay, so there's 5 things. The first thing is you give the assignment, you lay out what the end result needs to be. You don't explain how to do it, you just explain what it looks like. Now this is gonna be really hard if you are training someone on how to do your former job. If they decide to do it a little bit differently than you, but wind up at the same result, you gotta bite that tongue. All right, just because they don't do it the same way you would have done it doesn't mean they can't get to the end result. So give them a little bit of freedom to use their brains and think. Second thing is to explain what good looks like. So maybe there are specific examples of prior presentations or assignments that have been done that you can give to this employee. Then number 3 is to give them a timeline of when you want the assignment completed by. Number 4, ask if there is anything unclear about the assignment. And number 5, schedule periodic check-ins before the assignment is due to make sure you are tracking along with this employee. All right, and the third and final thing you're probably gonna screw up is you're not gonna be a big enough jerk. Just kidding, that's not one of the things. The third thing you are likely going to screw up is believing that you have to have the answer to every question and the solution to every problem, which is just not the case. So when your employee asks you a question you don't know the answer, it is perfectly okay to say, I don't know. I'd like you to go back and think about it for a while. Let me know what you think. Now, your employee has a brain, and it's likely a pretty good one, and you're paying that employee to use it. So those are the 3 things that new managers of people typically screw up. They don't let go of their old jobs, they aren't clear enough when giving assignments, and they think they have to have the answer to every problem. New people managers unite. Get after it.